Are you Team Fred? Or maybe you're Team Sanity. Whatever you are, you must make a choice because this is the most important decision you will ever have to make. Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to Matinee Monday. I'm your host, Paul Scheer, aka Tall John Scheer, and this is a brand new How Did This Get Made video series highlighting recently re-released episodes of How Did This Get Made that have been pulled from the vault. That's right, these episodes have been behind a paywall for a long time, and now we're taking them out for you to enjoy once again. And each one of these episodes is going to correlate to a current How Did This Get Made episode. And what does this do? Well, this is actually a chance for you to get some feedback about what that episode is about. You get to listen to a little clip. If you like it, you can listen to the full episode wherever you subscribe to your podcast. And we're starting off our first episode with maybe one of my favorite How Did This Get Made episodes of all time. That's right. Drop Dead Fred. And why Drop Dead Fred? Well, I'll tell you. Because last week we talked about Malignant. And we thought in Malignant for a long time that the killer might have been the main character's invisible friend. Now, we were very, very wrong about that. But if you want to watch how an invisible, imaginary best friend can wreak havoc on your life, well, then you are in luck because that movie is Drop Dead Fred. And depending on where you fall, it really is the best movie or the worst movie ever made. Now, this is one of the most contentious episodes of How Did This Get Made of all time. We did it live. Casey Wilson and I were on one side. Jason and June were allied on the other. Who would have guessed? And it all came down to, did you like Fred or did you like the mom? Now, let me break this down a little bit for you. This whole debate about Team Sanity or Team Fred is not about, oh, I like the movie, so I'm Team Fred, or I hate the mom, so I'm Team Sanity, or, oh, I think that this performer is such a talented performer, I'm Team Fred. No. This is about how we live our lives. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm Team Fred because I believe in imagination. I love imagination. I believe in it too. But that doesn't mean that I'm Team Fred. Team Fred means that I take care of my friends. I try to help my friends. I don't try to hurt them, okay? And what Fred does in this entire movie is fuck up Phoebe Cates' life. Sure, she's got an invisible friend to help her get out of this depression from this dude breaking up with her, but he also sinks her best friend's yacht, her real life best friend's yacht. How is that helpful? Team Sanity. Now, I think other people might say, oh, well, Fred is a special creature because he actually comes to her and lets her be free and weird and pervy, and that's great. Sure, but he's also super destructive. Now, a lot of people have said that Casey and I have sided with the mom. And all I'm going to say about that, I want to talk about this for a second, is we're not siding with the mom. Yes, the mom is a little harsh, but the mom is watching essentially Phoebe Cates like poop on the rug. Of course she's going to be harsh. She's like, what's going on with my adult daughter? This is not a kid here. Phoebe Cates is an adult. And she's like, you lost your job, you lost your boyfriend, and you're pooping on the carpet? I mean, she does something on the carpet. I don't think it's poop, but it's close to poop. And she's worried. She wants to bring her to the doctor. Of course, that's Team Sanity. I'm not saying the mom does it the best way, but the mom is looking out for her. People are like, no, but Freddy's magical and all these other magical creatures come into your life. I'm all for an imaginary Fred. I'm not for Fred. Okay, did I say imaginary Fred? I'm all for imaginary friends. I'm just not for Fred. Okay, that's how I feel. I want to see what you feel. Like I said, this was one of the most contentious episodes we've ever done. Some people even said on Twitter as recently as last week, I haven't seen Casey Wilson on the show since this episode. They had a friendship falling out. We did not. It's all love. It is a debate that still continues in our house with June and I. But Casey is a friend of the show. She will always be a friend of the show. She's a friend of us all, but she's smart like me, and she is Team Sanity. The Team Sanity and Team Fred shirts are still available in the TeePublic stores. You can let your freak flag fly. I will say the Drop Dead Team Fred shirts are way cooler than the Team Sanity shirts. But Team Sanity does not mean that you're boring. Team Sanity just means that you are irresponsible. That's all. You can still have imagination. I want to get into it. What are you? Tell me in the comments. Are you Team Fred or are you Team Sanity? And take a listen to this clip from the episode. And if you like the whole thing, listen to the full episode wherever podcasts are heard. Take it away, me.
Casey, welcome.
Thank you for having me on this important night.
Any opening thoughts on Drop Dead Fred? Did you see it first time, long time? What are you?
First time I've seen it, and I will be honest, I love doing this podcast so much, but I feel angry. I feel very angry that I was made to watch what I found to be the most annoying.
Well. It's like the North, the South. Again, we're divided down the center.
Well,
Jason
Northerners, here we go.
No, Northerners are here.
Let's get into it. Let's dig into it
because you fools are about to get schooled.
Honestly, you really are.
All right, June, get into it. You lead us off.
So, this movie is about women misbehaving.
Yeah.
It truly is.
It is about things. The little girl is a little girl, and she is incentivized towards mischief, which is
about
delightful.
a pedophile.
Wow.
No, it is not.
Why is this man only weird old men with young children? I had an imaginary friend who was age appropriate and not a perv.
I think that's...
2 upskirt shots in this movie.
Okay, so that's what I want to say. That's what I liked that this movie is about this little girl not being able to experience loss and grief and all the traumas of childhood and what she feels about her mother.
I thought her mom was nice.
Me too! Me too!
I'm dead.
Finally, I'm not alone.
Loved
I'm
her.
dead.
What I would have given for that mother.
What? Wait, what?
That
what are you talking
was
about?
nice.
What are
She
you talking
was
about?
nice.
Casey, you're my friend!
Are you insane? The mom is a sociopath.
What?
The mother blames the daughter.
She's
Who
evil.
blames the
Child
daughter?
abuse.
You're the reason
talk
he
about
left.
abuse? Let's talk about that mom.
The mother had been pushed.
Oh, what? A child? Are you
Talking
made him...
about?
Oh, this mother was a piece of shit.
At the end...
Fred saved that little girl's life.
Yes. But let me be clear. Fred didn't do jack shit. That girl saved her own life.
Yeah,
Fred is a projection of herself.
Well, and by
Fred
the way,
is not
that is
another
the most
person.
beautiful thing. We're talking at the same time now, Jason. We're on the same team. Let's not forget that. We're on the same team, man.
We gotta talk over here. We gotta talk over here.
For those of you listening at home,
Okay.
everyone has been
We gotta
out
do
of
this.
their
We cannot
chairs
turn on each other.
multiple times.
Jason and
I
June
need you.
have left the stage.
Okay.
They're still talking on mic.
We got this. We're back. We're good. We're good.
We're okay. So, if you
You know
just
when
want to
people are wrong and they have to get a lot of energy going?
June, can I talk to you over here for a second? These motherfuckers deserve this.
honestly-
These motherfuckers are pushing my last button.
Okay, we gotta go out there and just stay cool, though.
Okay, let's go.
They're gonna see.
So anyway, the mom only reveals herself to be slightly problematic in the very last moments of the movie. Here's what I'm going to say. This girl, the first time we see her...
Oh, are we still doing the show? Oh, cool.
The girl, the first moment we see the girl, she's in bed. The mom is telling her a bedtime story. And the girl goes...
Marsha Mason, one of the all-time greats, playing the mother.
Yes.
And she's wonderful, and we can agree.
We
on
can
that.
agree. The Goodbye Girl, she's
a wonderful actress.
incredible.
Phenomenal.
And she says, the girl, the young Phoebe Cates, what a pile of shit.
At which point I was like, now I understand why this movie is beloved by so many people who were young when this movie came out.
Okay.
Because it gave kids license, I'm assuming young girls license to be like, oh, wait a minute. Like
I get to be bad.
I get to be bad. I get to participate in bad things. Because the movie is about misbehaving, acting out, and it's about being horny for the first time. And that's huge part
What
of
is it about that?
It's
Horny for the first time?
I mean, like, that's, to me, or not maybe for the first time, but it's about, like, this movie is fucking horny.
Yes. Now I will
Everybody's
say,
talking about sex and how long it lasts and all this stuff.
yes, and if you watch the movie in your reading, which is the
Horny
imaginary
version?
yes, and also Fred is a projection of herself. She
Is
is.
he?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
We're back, baby, we're back.
If you read it in the sort of psychoanalytical way, I actually think it's meant to be viewed. It is a return to self. She meets herself at the end of the movie.
Well, I don't like who she met.
And it's also about the tension and the need for daughters to break from their mothers. And this is a very difficult thing that she struggles with, obviously, into adulthood in an inappropriate way. But it is about the idea of being able to misbehave and get free from the gravitational pull of this
and the
woman.
beautiful choice, excuse me, that they
June.
make at the end. I'm sorry, I'm
June,
getting
you
upset
got
again.
this. You got
Okay,
this.
all right,
Guys,
all right. I gotta
can
take
you
a
let
breath.
June talk?
Gotta take a breath.
Can you let June
She
talk?
hasn't shut up.
Casey, can you let June talk? Can June talk,
The
Casey?
beautiful choice they make at the end of the movie is to actually not villainize the mother and to not make that moment where she says goodbye to her mom and breaks away from her finally a joke, and they don't make you feel like she's rude to her or mean to her. There is an act of forgiveness in what she says, which is you should find a friend.
Get
and
a
it's
friend.
so beautifully done. All right, go ahead,
But
Casey.
can I...
By the way,
I want to just talk about one thing.
That was
Don't you think he
flawless.
brainwashed her? Don't you think Fred brainwashed her?
Fred
He-
doesn't exist. Remember,
No,
Fred
he does.
does not exist.
Then how does
So
he
wait,
jump
how
into
is
the
he
other
yes, how is he
girl?
with the other girl?
What?
How
does
is
he
he
jump-
with the other girl at the end?
Because he's still in Phoebe Cates's mind as when she sees that little girl misbehaving.
No,
Wait,
because
no.
she didn't see
Let's
Fred.
let's foundationally approach this.
Right.
Do you guys believe this is a movie in which the character of Fred is a physical being in the world?
No.
No, but here's what I think the
So
movie
where does
posits.
Fred come from?
This is what I think it posits, okay? I think this movie posits there's a world of imaginary friends because they all know each other, they all saw each other in that world.
Well, you don't have to clap. Like,
and
yeah,
then
we all
thank
saw
you,
that.
But
thank
we
you,
all saw
thank
that.
you.
Here's the
And wait, hold on,
We
can
don't
I
need to
just
clap
let me
at
just
that.
finish my thought? And they are doled out to other people, and the reason why Fred has not been doled out to somebody else is because he's been trapped in that Jack in the Box. But in the real world, they are
But
just
when, at the
constantly
end
pushed.
of the movie, we find that it's not Fred who's trapped in the box. It is she that is taken
Okay,
to the
I want
bed.
to say I love all of both
She
of your
is
ideas.
Fred. She is
Jason.
She's not Fred.
She
She is
is Fred.
No, she's
Fred
not.
is a manifestation. Fred is a manifestation of her id, her uncontrolled, unbridled impulses.
Okay, I agree.
Absolutely.
Is everybody-
Jason
am
and
I-
June.
You're an animal in the
Jason,
audience?
I agree with what you're both saying. However,
Great. Don't
it's
talk
the
anymore then,
worst
right?
execution.
We win.
It's the worst execution of that idea I've ever seen.
Yes. It's
Awful.
confusing.
I don't want to watch that.
All right, that is it for, oh man, this episode. Whoa, bringing me back. I'm getting angry again. If you like the episode, figure out where to go to find it, which is, wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you like this series, like and subscribe to this channel because we're going to do stuff like this more often than not. Maybe every week for How Did This Get Made re-release. We'll talk about it. Send me your questions and I'll answer them here.